What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are new here, my name is Erica from The In-Between. Today, I'm going to be diving into a real estate investing course called Lifestyles Unlimited by Walmsley. You might have seen this guy's ads online by now. He's been doing this for a very long time and talks a lot about building wealth through rental properties. But is this course actually worth your time and money, or is it just one of those things that sounds good on paper? So in this review, I'm breaking down what the course is all about, how much it costs, what's included, and whether or not the real estate business model itself still makes sense in 2025 if you're just starting out. And of course, I'll share what I do instead, which you can also check out in the link below. That's way more beginner friendly and way less stressful if you're thinking about real estate. And just a quick disclaimer here, guys, I'm not affiliated with Dell or Lifestyles Unlimited in any way. This is all just my honest take based on my own experience with this program, what I've researched, and what I've seen online from other students. With that being said, let's dive right in. Okay, so let's start with what Lifestyles Unlimited even is. Basically, it's a real estate investing program started by Walmsley over 30 years ago, supposedly. So he has been around for a while at this point, and the whole thing is about helping people, especially beginners, get into real estate through rental properties. The course has a flagship event called the Financial Freedom Program, which is a 2-day in-person workshop taught by Dell himself. The first day is all about single-family homes, and the second day is more focused on multifamily apartments. And from what I've seen, Dell's super opinionated, and his teaching style is kind of intense, but a lot of people say they like how straight up he is. Now, when it comes to what's inside Lifestyles Unlimited program, you're getting that 2-day workshop where Dell dives into how to find and fund rental properties. He teaches you how to analyze a market, how to buy houses the right way, and how to structure deals to get the most profit. He also talks a lot about leverage, which basically means using loans and debt to buy properties. And while that can work if you know what you're doing, it also means you're taking on a ton of risk. They do also include some hands-on stuff too, like case studies and networking events, and even road trips to visit real properties. There's also a huge community aspect. You get access to mentors who've actually done deals before, plus investor meetups and a yearly conference. So if you are someone who finds more value in person and learning from others face to face, that might be a big plus. Beyond that, Dell definitely has a presence online. Lifestyles Unlimited has around 13,000 subscribers on their YouTube channel, 12,000 Instagram followers, and over 23,000 people in their Facebook group. So there's definitely a decent sized community with lots of student testimonials on their landing page as well, as you can see here. But once you start digging deeper, especially on Reddit, things get a little more questionable. A lot of students said that it felt like a watered down version of Rich Dad University. It starts with a free podcast or radio show, then immediately leads you to a $500 weekend event that's really just a pitch to upsell you to their $13,000 annual membership. Some said that the price has crept up over time and that there's even a higher $10,000 PIG program after that. Several students also mentioned that after paying for the course, they didn't have enough left to actually invest in real estate, and that alone turned them off completely. Others brought up aggressive follow-ups like texts and voicemails, even when they'd stopped showing interest in the course altogether. One person even claimed that their card got charged $25 a month without explanation, and when they contacted the company, the reps dodged questions, asked for private information, and gave what sounded like scripted answers. With that being said, when it does come to the cost, Dell obviously does offer a free workshop that pretty much acts as a lead magnet to his paid courses, and the full package seems to me that it runs at least $10,000 a month based on what I've seen online, and it's even being pushed for $20,000 now depending on what level of access you want. So it's definitely a huge upfront investment, especially if you haven't even bought in your first property yet. And for most people, guys, that kind of money is a lot, especially if you're just trying to learn how to build a second income stream. Plus, you still need money for the actual real estate itself, like down payments, closing costs, renovations, and all of the other surprise expenses that come with being a landlord. With that being said, the bigger issue I have beyond Dell's course itself is the real estate business model itself. And don't get me wrong, guys, real estate is a solid wealth builder if you've already got the cash, the credit, and the patience to play the long game. But for most beginners like you and I, it's just not realistic. You need huge upfront capital, good financing, and a whole lot of risk tolerance just to make it work. You're borrowing money to buy properties and then hoping everything lines up, the rent covers the mortgage, tenants don't destroy the place, and that the market doesn't tank. It's stressful, time-consuming, and anything but passive in the beginning. Even the success stories usually involve people being in debt up to their eyeballs, managing multiple properties, and living on edge if anything goes wrong. And the whole idea that this model is accessible to just anyone is the part that I really don't agree with. Because unless you're already sitting on tens of thousands of dollars for down payments alone, you're basically buying yourself a second job, not freedom. And that's a tough sell for people who are just trying to escape their 9 to 5, not sign up for even more responsibility. Now, if you've been around my channel for a while now, then you already know where I'm going with this. The much better option, especially if you're just starting out, is online real estate. I'm talking about the digital rental method where you build small websites that bring in leads for local businesses and you rent those sites out for a monthly finder's fee. It's kind of like owning physical rental properties, except instead of plumbing problems, you're ranking to the top of Google. For example, as you can see here, I built this fencing repair site in Colorado Springs, and that one site has been paying me every month for a little over 2 years now without me barely having to touch it. I'm not calling tenants, I'm not doing inspections, and I'm definitely not dealing with broken water heaters. Once you build the site and it gets ranked, the leads start flowing in and you forward all of those leads to a local business owner who pays you what's called a monthly finder's fee every month like clockwork. You're not tied to a single platform, you don't need any loans, and the startup cost is like a tiny fraction of what you pay for a rental house. Plus, you can scale this model way faster because you're working in local niche markets that are super low in competition and are high in demand. All right, guys, that's my full breakdown of the Lifestyles Unlimited program by Dell Walmsley. If you found this review helpful, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel for more honest reviews like this, and drop down in the comments to let me know your thoughts on today's video. And if you want to learn more about how I make money online with the digital rental method, go ahead and check out the link in the description below to a free training that walks you through how it all works in more detail. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.